Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday here. It is the Hoops Hour, the NCAA Hoops Hour. I am the big man on campus. How you all doing today? Glad you're here. We welcome you into another day, another dollar here. We got a lot to talk about, a big card of college hoops. Going to try to get to as many games as I can. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you communicate with us on the chat box. A lot of people in here. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll throw out a play or two as far as a pick of the day. I'm going to go through pretty much as many games as I can. No more SBR. This is it, baby. For anyone that missed, I am no longer with SBR. I'm here with you every day. Got some cool changes to the channel coming up. We're going to be starting back with some soccer stuff. I got a great guest or two coming on for that. We got some other stuff going on as well. Conference tournament previews coming up for college hoops. We got MLB previews. A lot going on. Make sure you join us here every day. Make sure you subscribe. You never miss a show. I know, guys, you're a little confused with the time change, but 5 o'clock is going to be the show forever. Never going to be a change. This has always been the time. So make sure you join us every day. Let's get into some shout outs. We like to shout people out and thank everyone for their participation. Marcus Mojica is number one today from Worcester, Mass. What's up, Marcus or Marcos? I'm sorry. Melvin, Shadow, James, Isaac, Sacktown, Michael, Brett, Jordan, Brian, Antonio, Michael, Jim, Ryan, Ron, John, the Hustle Man's in here. Naeem, Scott Letty, Joe, Mark, David, Eric, OG Johnson, Rick, Brian, 2001, Sacktown, Antonio, Anthony Greer, Coco Bongo, Scripted, Trenton, Daniel Singer, Mike Butler, Tug, Artez, Mark, Robbie, Christopher, Melvin, Marco, Vince, everybody in here. Thanks for joining us tonight. We do appreciate it. A couple comments here. Am I still going to do Premier League punters? No, I'm not. I am not doing any show on SBR. None. None of them. Rick, you're going to hook up with a big network, I have a feeling. Maybe. Guess you'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. NBA champs. Thank you. Let's get into some games here. Thank you, Devo. Thank you, Michael. What's up? Jay Smitty. What's up, Ron Dog? What's up, Marco? What's up, Chad, Alex, Scripted, Ryan, Robbie? Andy's moved to Philly. Welcome in. My man, Tony Nardo. What's up, Kujin? Welcome in. Toma. All right. No, I'm not doing off the board. All right, guys, let's get into the channel and let's get into the card here. Do me a favor, if you're on Twitter, retweet the link. I tweeted it out. Retweet the show. That's how the channel grows. That's how we get more people in here. That's how you help me out. 601-602. Elon headed on the road to take on Hofstra. The Pride, off their first loss in a while, broke that long 16-game winning streak. Back at home tonight, facing a Hofstra or an Elon team that's 8-16 on the season. Phoenix struggling this year, but you look at Elon, gave Hofstra a game a few weeks ago down at their place. Definitely Hofstra struggled in that game. It was kind of a nice performance for Elon. You got to wonder, maybe they just kind of a rock in a hard place for Hofstra. I'm not so sure. Maybe they are. It's a 3-point game. You look at, for Hofstra in that game, no one really played well outside of Pemberton and Wright Foreman. Bowie didn't play well. He had an off night. Jaquil Taylor didn't give him a ton. Jalen Ray was kind of off. So, again, this game, a lot of points, but you got to figure Hofstra off a loss is going to want to look to kind of take some frustration out. Long trip here for Elon. Penn State, Ohio State. Guys, I'm not going over every single game. I'm going to try to get to every, a lot of them here. Troy, Arkansas, Little Rock, no real opinion. Little Rock better than people think. Troy, I'm not sure if they should be 5.5-point favorites here. No real opinion on this one. Penn State, Ohio State. You got to ask yourself, why is Penn State getting 7.5 here? Seems like too many points, doesn't it? I mean, Penn State's played teams tough lately. They're off the win against Northwestern, played well in that game. I mean, Ohio State's lost 6 of 8. It's not like they're playing well right now. This game to me seems like a closer game. I don't really understand this point spread here. Again, it's not like Ohio State's playing great basketball. Not a great offensive team, as we know. It seems like a closer game. For whatever is worth, I mean, Penn State, you look at the game against Purdue, right in that game. They're right in the game against Minnesota, right in the game against Iowa, right in the game against Nebraska. I mean, they've hung around in games this year. Not really running to bet on Ohio State in this spot. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that. Well, I do with shows with Flash. Flash is still an employee at SBR. So well, he's not an employee, but he does work for them. So I'm not going to make Flash do anything he doesn't want to do. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. How about the Flyers? Yeah, Flyers playing well. Good point, John. I'm doing well, Sean. How are you? Any UFC 234 plays? I don't have anything for UFC, but I might start to get some people on that know UFC. Give me some Henny. I'm ready to roll. Big Man is the best. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Don't do that, OG. There's no need for it. I don't really care about that. Don't do that. Don't bombard any chat. There's no need for it. I don't really care anymore. I left. I've been happy. I've been not happy for a long time. So, I mean, it's not like I wasn't really doing a ton there anymore. I mean, I hate to leave Donnie and not do the 3 o'clock show anymore. But truth of the matter was, I haven't really done a lot since we lost right side of campus. So, I mean, it's not really that big a deal. Nothing's really going to change that much. Now I can just do a lot of different content, and you're going to see me on content next week. Pretty big outfit. I'm going to be starting to do a lot more. Unfortunately, SBR handcuffed me. They wouldn't let me do any other channels. They tried to get me to stop doing this show. It is what it is. I'm not going to keep talking about it. There's no. I know you have my back. That's very nice of you guys. The loyalty is very important, and I love that. But at the end of the day, it's really okay, guys. It's not really a big deal. I'm going a different direction. A lot of people's goal is to just get by, to just do their thing. My goal is to get to the highest level. I'm not okay with just being ordinary. So yeah. What's up with the Sixers? Are you happy with their moves? Yes, I'm very happy. Would have liked to have seen one more shooter, but we'll take what we can get. Let's keep it going in the card here. I'll try to get to everyone's comments here, but I can't get to everyone. NC Wilmington, Drexel should be a high-scoring game, but the number was a bit too high to begin with. I'm not really comfortable getting into anything above 160, so this is a pass. William & Mary, Northeastern. I think it's a real nice spot for Northeastern. This is a close one for me. I think Northeastern looks real good tonight. They had no problem in the first game with this William & Mary team. They're at home in this one. William & Mary is a far cry from where they were last year. They were very potent last year. They're not that this year. Not at all. Really struggling. This William & Mary team just doesn't get much from the line like they used to. Northeastern's done a lot of real good things lately. They've won 6 of 7. They're very efficient on offense. Terrific free throw shooting team. They don't turn the ball over. They're really hyper efficient. I really like Bill Cohen's team. Wouldn't surprise me if they knock off Hofstra in the tournament. William & Mary very dependent on the 3 ball. This could be a decent overplay. I think at 147.5. You look at Northeastern, they're going to score in this game. Wouldn't surprise me if they get to 80. I think William & Mary can get to 70, maybe 67, 70. They're a pretty good 3-point shooting team, very dependent on the 3-point shot. Northeastern, for what it's worth, they're a very good offensive team. They're not great on defense. They're allowing 35% from 3, 53% from 2. Their total effective field goal efficiency defense, 53%, not great, 264 in the country. This should be a decent paced game. The only thing that concerns you here, Northeastern does really work on possessions. One thing you have to know about Northeastern, very ball screen oriented. They run a lot of ball screens up at the top of the key. That takes a little bit to get into their offensive motions. You're going to have a decent pace at William & Mary, and I think this total, I was thought we'd see a total at 150-ish, 147, bit low. Lean Northeastern, lean to over in this game. I think both offenses should be good. I don't see any reason This is an 81-70, something like that. Lean Northeastern, lean over. What's up, Guan White? Is Nigel Seeley coming on? Maybe. You never know. You never know who's going to come on the show anymore. I love Nigel. Lost kind of touch with him for a little bit, but Nigel is always a great a tipster, great content guy. Never know. Maybe. You never know. What's up, Southside? Would be awesome if Big Man had a college basketball spot. Well, maybe you'll see me soon. Who knows? I got a lot of cool things coming up. You'll see. I'm a very teasy kind of guy. I like to tease things. Washington is a pick. I wouldn't run to bet Washington tonight. Noah Dickerson may play, may not play. I think he's going to play. And at this number, I mean, you could actually get 1.5. If the number's at a pick 'em now, that's indications that Noah Dickerson is going to play. And now you're starting to see this line move. I would get on Washington now. If Dickerson plays, I like them in this game. You're starting to see this line go down a little bit. That's indication that Dickerson might play in this game. Al Hard, good point. Vince Campagna, any opinions on Cincy Memphis? I'm going to get to them, guys. Settle down here. Settle down, Vince. We'll get to it. Thank you, Captain. OG Bobby Johnson. SBR without Big Man is like the Sopranos without Tony. Well, how about that? Yeah, I've been there for 5 years. Without me on the channel, what did they really have? I'm telling you all, go back 5 years and watch SBR's videos before I came and look at it now. All these people you see on there, did you have live content before the Big Man? No. Did you have weekend content before the Big Man? No. Everybody tries to be like me, but again, imposters are imposters. Real lasts forever. This show will never die. No, like the Hawk at St. Joe's. The Hawk will never die. Thank you, Troy. That Max kid doesn't have shit on Big Man. Max can't shine my fucking shoes, cuz. I'm not worried about paupers. When you're a prince, you don't worry about paupers. You just worry about other princes and people above you. Will I do a weekly soccer show? Yes. You just outgrew SPR. Yeah, listen, we're done. We're moving on, boys. We're moving on. Azor, you need to lose weight. Well, listen, cuz, when your girl looks like mine, let me know. Otherwise, fuck off. But thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Azor. Thank you. Again, when your girl looks like mine, let me know. Let's keep it going. We have too many games to get to and so little time. We go to Cincinnati, Memphis, which is what Vince was just asking about. I think it's a tough matchup tonight for Memphis. I'm not high on this team. I don't love what they're doing. Their shot selection's really cringy. It's hard to watch. The pace that they play was almost too quick. The coaching right now has been poor. I think Penny will be fine, but this is a young basketball team with just kind of a monotony and mishigas of talent. They turn the ball over way too much, almost 16 turnovers a game, among the worst in the country. They're not a good defense. They're very reliant on dribble drives. And against Cincinnati, who's 10th in the country defensively, takes care of the basketball. Cincinnati's just a much more basketball IQ-oriented team. They do things well. Memphis takes one step forward and then 3 steps backwards. Cincinnati has one loss since Christmas. Just one. I like Cincy here. If you can get a 3.5, I would move. 4 looks like the common number here. You know, you're starting to kind of get to the point where it's hard to lay points on the road. But I think Cincinnati really holds down Memphis tonight. Houston, Central Florida. Gigantic game for Central Florida. It's time to put up or shut up for the Golden Knights. Okay, they don't have any quality wins, and this team must have this game tonight at home. Haven't played in a while. They have one home loss since November 11th. Let me say that again. Central Florida has one home loss since November 11th. I mean, you have 2 top 25 defensive teams here. This should be a great basketball game if you like good offense and great defense. 2 top 25 defensive teams. This is a must tonight for Central Florida. You have to capitalize getting points at home. Under has some value. The over is getting played in this game, which is interesting. Sharp's betting the over here. I like Central Florida getting points. If I can get points here, I'll play them maybe one more time. I'm not in love with it. But you look at the public slamming Houston here. 75% of the tickets, 79% of the money, according to Sports Insights, is on Houston. Line moving. Again, it's coming down to where Central Florida looks like a real sharp side here. And again, if you know me, you know I definitely like Central Florida. I've talked about that. We will get to some plays of the day. Stick around here. Is there anyone you thought that would reach out from SBR that didn't? No, I think everyone that I thought that would reach out would. I got a lot of cool messages from people. I work with a lot of people over the years. And look, it's not just me, guys. There's a lot of people that have lost a lot of great shows at SBR. Gabe Morency, Ian Cameron, McGinnis, Alex Smith, Paul Howard. I mean, you can list a lot. There's a lot. Joe Duffy years ago. A lot of people have lost shows at SBR. It just is what it is, man. Thank you, Ryan. Welcome in. I think a lot of people think we start at 4:30. Maybe they've went to their jobs. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but we've switched some times here, so it's been tough. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Muhammad. Welcome in. Thank you, Mitchell. SBR better have gave you a severance package. I'm still waiting for it. BMOC, need your opinion on that Iowa-Indiana game. We got a call coming in here. Let me make sure it's not who I think it is. Hello? Sometimes I get calls from jail from block numbers. I gotta answer them. Let's keep it going here. Couple of games. Marshall, North Texas. This is going to be a play of the day for me. Free play of the day. I like North Texas against Marshall tonight. North Texas. How about North Texas? The Mean Green, 13th in the country in scoring defense. They're a terrific rebounding team. They're at home here. Grant McCaslin's group gets a Marshall team coming in right now that cannot stop a fucking falling knife. They can't stop anything right now. This team can't stop, a high school team. I mean, they are getting shredded on defense. Had a long game the other night, got beat up over the weekend. I think their legs are going to go here in the second half. They're getting a North Texas team in here that is playing great basketball right now. Marshall, dead last out of 353 teams in rebounding margin. They're only grabbing about 32 rebounds a game. Their opponents are grabbing almost 43. It's been ugly for Marshall. I like North Texas tonight for sure. Get on North Texas. They're going to be a free play of the day. We'll get one more here coming up. Thank you, Robbie. What's up, Super Alpha? Thank you, Muhammad. Make sure you let Gabe know that. I would love to come on and do some shows with him. Thank you, Russ B. Appreciate it. What's up? North Texas is -6. UTSA, Florida International. I like the over in this game. Right now, these two teams are on a collision course for a lot of points tonight. Florida International #1 in adjusted tempo. I mean, you look at UTSA, they're very fast as well. Both these teams give up a ton of points. FIU's given up 80 or more points 13 times this year. Last 6 games, UTSA 87.5 points a game. Both these teams right now really moving. Both these teams really going quickly. Both these teams putting up a lot of points. I like the over, even that it's high. West Kentucky, Rice. I like West Kentucky. Starting to get back at it. They've won 5 of 6. Looks like Lamonte Bearden is starting to become a factor again. Everyone's starting to contribute here. I like what I'm seeing from this group. I like West Kentucky tonight on the road. 7-3 against conference opponents this year. Really doing a nice job. Like what I'm seeing out of this group. Again, it looks like Washington's going to get Dickerson back tonight. This line continues to move around. So, again, make sure you are aware of that. I definitely think they can go down to Arizona and get the job done. Wofford, East Tennessee State. Wofford number 10 in the country in rebounding margin. I've told all of you, when East Tennessee State plays a team that can match them on the boards, it's going to be tough for them. It just is. Wofford's the better team. They're in revenge here. It's a big game in the SoCo tonight. I like Fletcher McKee. I think he's the difference in this game. It's going to be a lot different than the first game. Big man, you need to find a sponsor. I'm sure I will. Listen, it's the first day. First day. Thank you, Sam's Picks. Thank you, Tess Izzy Tavares. Appreciate that. Thanks, Kyle. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss the show. Why didn't Donnie walk with you? Well, because Donnie's wants to stay. I don't. Donnie's not I'm not related to Donnie. Donnie's got to do what he's got to do. I mean, I hope he continues to put out content. But it just is what it is. Donnie's his own man. I wish, I hate this. I'd love to have him come on the channel and do what he shows with me. But he's got a family. He's got to do what he's got to do. Belmont tonight against Eastern Kentucky. I like Belmont tonight. Eastern Kentucky, I don't know what there's good to say about them. They don't defend at all. Belmont beat them up in the first matchup. Nick Mayo is a guy for East Kentucky. If you can kind of neutralize him, Belmont's actually done a nice job historically against Nick Mayo. Without Nick Mayo being effective, neither is East Kentucky. I think Belmont should get the job done, should win this one by 15 points. High Point Campbell, that's a good one. I really like this one. High Point is a team that can they guard Chris Clemens? Guys, Chris Clemens, 78 points in his last 2 games. He scored 30 or more points 7 times this year, 40 or more points 2 times this year. Chris Clemens, highest scorer in the country right now, just killing it. I love what I'm seeing from Campbell. I think they go into High Point and get the job done here. Big game down in the Big South tonight. Thank you. Donnie Wright said, there he is. Ask Donnie yourself. There he is. You can ask him whatever you want. He's in here. Paulie and Big Man would make a good team for a show. Paulie Howard? I think that'd be 2 toxic personalities. Paulie is very high energy as well. San Francisco is a fade for me, says Chino. Yeah, I feel like that's so. That is a lot of points, though. I got to say to give San Francisco. I mean, I love Gonzaga, but you got to wonder: do they get tested ever? I like shows and good picks and good content. Big man, you provide good picks and good content. Thank you, Stelly. Thank you, Joseph. Appreciate that. Them other shows in SBR actually give picks. Big man rants for 40 minutes and gives 2 picks, then bashes his co-hosts and fans. Laugh my ass off. You'll be missed. Well, hey, Big Worm, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate that. I guess Worm missed the going through every game on the card here. Guess he missed that. But hey, Worm, thanks for joining us today. Where did the name Big Man on Campus come from? You know what? Actually, my mom gave me the name. I'm a big college basketball guy. She's like, why don't you just call yourself the big man on campus? I heard it on like a commercial and kind of just ran with it. Natalie, what's happening? Thanks for checking us out. Any thoughts on San Diego, Loyola Marymount? I like San Diego too, but the Loyola Marymount team is a good defensive team. Honestly, that's a real good defensive team. Loyola Marymount playing terrific defense. I want to say they're top 30 defensively in the country. San Diego's a better team, and again, you have to score to win, but Loyola Marymount really good defensively. Do you think 16 is too many for Asheville tonight? I'm not ever getting involved with Asheville. I'm just not. Austin Peay, SIU Edwardsville thoughts. Donnie Rhodes had just asked me about that game. Austin Peay's playing great. SIU Edwardsville doesn't do anything well. I mean, don't really defend. Actually, they don't defend at all. They're one of the worst defensive teams in the country. You just got to hope they can put some points on the board. But they've been scoring lately. You look at the last few games. I mean, they've been on fire offensively, SIU Edwardsville. They've won 3 of 4 and scored 80 or more in all of them. Should be a fun game against Austin Peay. Thanks, Brendan. Appreciate it. Brendan's from Bristol, Tennessee. Shout out to Bristol. Anything on Radford, Hampton? Yeah, Radford obviously just moved over to that, or Hampton just moved over to that conference. Ed Joyner's team's playing real well. Jermaine Morrow, terrific player. But I think Radford gets the best of them here. I think it's a low-scoring game, but I think Radford's kind of the class of this conference with all the other groups. They're kind of just looking up at Radford. I like what they're doing. I like Carleek Jones a lot. I think they find a way here. But Hampton's playing real well. It's been a nice transition for them over to that conference. How about Montana? Idaho's about the worst team in the nation. I don't know if they're the worst team in the nation. Montana's had a little trouble at times covering big numbers. But yeah, Idaho is pretty bad. Definitely pretty bad. Do you think not being able to go to Costa Rica frustrated SPR? I don't care anymore. I didn't go to Costa Rica. I can't go. I don't care about frustrating SPR. I moved on. I've not been happy for a long time. We're done with it, guys. Let's move on. We're ranked. What does it matter anymore? I'm doing my thing. That's all I'm doing. So because I don't want to go to a betcast. Who cares? It's not a big deal, guys. Do I like Iowa tonight? I don't like either team. Both teams stink. I hate Fran McCaffrey. I think Indiana's obviously in a letdown spot off a big win. Will I be on Periscope? Probably. I'm usually on Periscope every night. Let's talk Purdue Fort Wayne hoops. All right, go ahead. What do you got on them? Fort Wayne's terrific. Love them offensively. Playing some good basketball, too. Terrific team from 3. Doing a nice job for 2. Very efficient offense. Very fast. Very fluid. I like Fort Wayne. Should beat up Western Illinois tonight. Shouldn't have any problem with that. What are the odds you're going back to SBR? I would say plus 50,000. The show starts at 5 now. Do I like William and Mary? No, I'm not. I do not like William and Mary. I talked about that earlier. I like Northeastern in that game. All right, guys. I'm going to also talk about tonight's game. Where was it here? I talked about Campbell already. Furman against Western Carolina. Western Carolina, worst team in the country as far as turning the ball over. They cannot keep the ball in their possession. They just can't. They're turning the ball over way too much. Furman should be able to get it going here tonight. People are curious about the behind the scenes things. It doesn't matter. It's none of your business, frankly. So when you get fired, should I be able to ask you? Or when you quit your job, should I be able to ask you? Or when you leave your girlfriend, should I ask you? It's not your business. It doesn't matter. I don't need to tell people my business. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm not with SBR anymore. It's that simple. I was there for 5 years. It was a nice run. But it really doesn't matter anymore, brother. Why do they put LeVar Ball on TV? Because he's entertaining. That's why. And when you give someone a camera, they're going to say what they want to say. I don't know. I don't think anyone's really concerned about it, but you. You're the only one that keeps asking about it. Is North Texas still a good bet at 6.5? Yeah, I think anything up to 7 is fine. Chris Woodson like Samford tonight. I don't disagree with you. Will you be in contact with Flash and Alex? Yes, of course. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Gonzaga over. Yeah, there should be some points in that game. San Francisco had no real success stopping them last time. I'm a public figure, so I have to tell you I'm not I just can't come on here and talk about basketball. I don't ask to be a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I just talk sports, man. That doesn't mean I have to tell you. I don't tell anyone about my girlfriend other than what we, a few conversations we have. You don't know her name. You don't know what she looks like really outside of what I've shown. I don't. I like to keep my personal life personal. I talked about West Kentucky already. I definitely liked them here tonight. What do I think about Oakland, Wright State? I mean, Oakland's bad, really bad. Is Natalie Rodstrom as hot in person as she's on camp? Settle down. She's married. Natalie's a beautiful woman, very talented, and sweet as ever. We'll miss doing shows with her. I could definitely see you on Barstool. Love Barstool. Don't love everyone there, but I love Big Cat, one of my favorite people on earth. There's some very talented people at Barstool. My thoughts on Murray State. I don't know, man. I'm kind of awful on Murray State right now. They're just not doing. I don't know how good this team is outside of Morant. I mean, can Morant like drop 40 every night? Because it seems like he has to do that for them to win big. They were rolling teams, but they've hit a roadblock a little bit. And Eastern Illinois is not terrible. I thought the other night against Tennessee Tech, they were really brutal. I kind of got caught up in that one. I'll tell you what, man. There's a guy at Barstool. His name is the Double Vodka Don. His name is Big Ev. I'm going to tell you right now, if you put me and him on a show together, it would fucking murder the game. Murder it. Fucking murder it. And I know Big Ev. I talked to him. He's a great guy. I've thought about having him on the show, and I think I'm going to because I love him. I love that kid. I co-sign anything he does. I think he is a real talent. Like, I think he's terrific. I love Big Ev. Love him. They hit gold with him, and they should give him more airtime. Love him. Love Big Ev. Thoughts on Troy? I don't really like Troy. Little Rock's actually playing pretty well. World Rank says here I'm a groupie. You're a groupie. Okay. Well, hey, listen. Thanks, World Ranked. Appreciate your support. I just don't like to really put. I said it a lot last night. I would watch my other show I did, the one last night. I put out a lot of info. Big man at Barstool would be gold. Thank you, Sean. Maybe someday. You never know. I don't put anything out. Thank you, Marcus Mojica. Lipscomb is very impressive, Dale. Very impressive. Maybe. You never know, Scott. You never know where life will take you. Soccer show, probably going to have something out tomorrow on the football leagues. I'm going to put that out. We're going to do a Premier League show for sure. Just haven't figured out what time we're going to do it next week. Thank you, Captain. Sounds good. Would I fuck Big Ev? Settle down, dude. He's a great character, though. You and Cam Stewart would be a good combo. Cam's a great guy. Very funny. Any thoughts on Tennessee chat, VMI? I lean Tennessee chat. VMI is awful. I want to see you on Rough and Rowdy. I'd love to go on Rough and Rowdy. I'd love to box somebody on Rough and Rowdy. Thoughts on Weber State? I like them tonight. In fact, they're one of my favorite plays. I just didn't get them up to where I want them to be. They're on the road here. Two plays I like tonight a lot. North Texas, and I like Northeastern. I think both those teams get the job done. They just missed my card. North Texas and Northeastern. My favorite play tonight is available at rightwager.com. 34-20 over my last 54. Really rolling right now with my premium selections. Any thoughts on Bryant? No. Portland State? No. Was that my wife on Periscope last night? No, she's my girl, not my wife. Now you have time. Can you look into snooker? I don't bet on snooker. I love how I don't bet snooker, man. I don't bet snooker. Now, why would I fight King Rail? King Rail's my friend. Why would I fight King Rail? I want to fight people that don't like. Thoughts on SMU? I have no opinion on SMU. Without Dre Foster, I don't have any interest. If Dre Foster is playing tonight, I'd have interest. We need to lobby to get big man at Fantasy Network. They can come. Anybody can come call him. I think they all know. Me versus Tweety Dimes. I'd fight Tweety Dimes. If they want to set that up, I'm in. Do I bet rugby or Senegalese soccer? No, I don't. What's up, Dennis? Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Shane. Do I like Washington? Yeah, I do. Because I think we're going to see our friend Noah Dickerson tonight. Any thoughts on Delaware College of Charleston? Native Queen, what's up? Thanks for joining us, Native Queen. I saw your comment on Twitter. Cheers. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. College of Charleston. They should be able to get the best of Delaware. Delaware is really bad. Delaware is a team that I don't really ever think can win games. I think Charleston win by 7+ probably. Didn't look a ton at it, but I like it. Any thoughts on Northern Colorado? Not really. How about St. Mary's? Pacific, I just can't watch. They are so bad on offense. They have no real. Their offense is just weird. I don't know what they run. Big man just hit free agency. Yeah. Oh, well. Listen, me fighting those people wouldn't be good. that would be ugly. I've been fighting since I'm a kid. Okay, I learned how to fight from people that know how to fight. I fight on the street. I'm not. That's not. That wouldn't be good because they just bully them people. They're not cut out to fight me. Do I favor Northeastern or Weber more? I like Northeastern and North Texas. I want big men on VSiN or Sirius. Jeff was a really solid host on the WCKG show, and that lineup could use some college b-ball. VSiN I respect. Love Matt Humans. Big fan of him. I want to see big man hit someone with a haymaker. Listen, I only fight for my girl, my sister, my mom, or for my friends. or money. Someone's asking about Sacred Heart and Fairleigh Dickinson. Should be a high-scoring game. Fairleigh Dickinson are shit on defense. Complete shit. Sacred Heart's got a player named Sean Hone. He's a good player. KG Ananoski, good player as well. Should see points in this game. I think it's probably around 160-ish. I would think we'd see as far as points scored. Totals at 158. Lean over. Thank you to everyone on Twitter for the kind comments as well. A lot of people retweeting. I appreciate that. We'll be on a couple more minutes here. Thank you, Michael. Cheers. Will you bring back El Flasho? I'd love that Flash in the channels, but he does stuff for SBR. The worst offensive team in college basketball? Wow. That's a great question. I would probably say Manhattan's pretty bad. I don't know. Probably Maryland Eastern Shore. They're pretty bad. Maryland Eastern Shore, Jackson State. Charlotte's pretty bad. New Hampshire, Kennesaw State. I'd probably say Maryland Eastern Shore though. Monmouth's pretty bad. Chicago State, Asheville. But yeah, Maryland Eastern Shore. Ed Manhattan, probably. Dewey G, where can we go to pay you a fee for losing picks? Yeah, according to Handicap Watchdog, it does say I'm down, but I am up in college basketball and I was up in the NFL. Just had a bad year in college football, but yeah, we got a long way to go in college basketball, and I am winning. I've actually killed it since like November, that Thanksgiving basically. So I'm excited about the future. Thanks for joining us, Dewey. Can you build a parlay with the games tonight? I don't really play parlays, man. Sorry. No, I just gave EPL because I enjoy doing it. I haven't given any EPL out on my site. Yeah, I had a great year last year in the soccer as well. So I isolate the sports I'm good at, but are you up or down overall? I'm down due to college football. I just told you that. I had a bad year there. But on the website, I am up in basketball and in NFL. So college football's hurting me. That hurt my bottom line. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. Sure. I'll take a weather update. Dewey's just a troll. We thank him for watching, though. Appreciate it. But that's what the guys have. That's what they have to grasp onto now. We talk about big man's college football. It's all good. Any thoughts on the NBA tonight? I'm just going to keep my contest picks kind of secret. We'll have something later on the Periscopes. Who's the best team in the Big 12? Overall, I think the best team in the Big 12 is shit, man. There's actually Big 12's kind of top heavy, isn't it? I don't know. I guess I still think I think right now it's probably Kansas State. And with Brown and Camus Stokes and Diarra and Dean Wade, I think it's Kansas State or Iowa State for me. Does BYU cover on the road? I don't like them on the road. Damn, blizzard conditions minus 30. I'm not a troll. I'm asking because big man puffs his chest. I puff my chest? When? I took it in the fucking ass when I went 0-9. I'm so done with you people, man. You're so negative. Dewey, you just come on here to troll people. Go away. Go please go jump in front of a fucking car, will you? How about you come here and I give you a fucking slap? How about that? Get out of here. Beat it. Not dealing with. I'm not even giving these people fucking time anymore. They're blocked right away. I don't know why even. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't know why I jumped off the handle there. I'm not even going to give these people the time of day anymore. Where the hell's Matt Varnum at? Where the hell is Matt Varnum? I need him in here. Get rid of these people. Nick Go Guy, what's up, man? What's happening? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Appreciate you joining me here today. Went through a lot of games here. Try to give it as many opinions as I can. I like North Texas tonight, and I like Northeastern on the free play card. Grab those and have some fun. If you're interested in my premium selections, you can join me at rightwager.com. Thanks for joining me here. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We will start to get going next week with some Premier League shows and all sorts of stuff. Make sure you're supporting the channel every day. I appreciate it. And thanks for joining me today. I'm the big man on campus. I'm out of here.